Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome back to first grade math. Today is going to be a review day. We're going to review everything that we have done so far. We're going to review 10 more, 10 less, how to add using a tens frame, how to subtract using a tens frame, using our number bonds and our number lines, and then our rods and cubes with addition through 100. To warm up, we're going to start by counting by tens because we're going to do some 10 more and 10 less. Ready? Stand up. And here we go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay, we are going to still add and subtract. When we add, you already know we're pulling two groups together for a larger sum. Remember, when we add, we use this symbol right here. That symbol is called the plus sign. That is bringing the two groups together or two numbers together for the sum. All right, when we subtract, we take away from a group or number for the difference. The difference is the answer to the subtraction equation. When we subtract, we use this sign. Right there means minus or take away for the difference. All right. We also have a rod. We know our rods look like this, and it's made up of 10 cubes, and it holds the tens place. And, of course, our cube. A cube is just one, and it holds the ones place. It's one little square. All right, if I have the number 32, it's a two-digit number. There's a tens place and a ones place. So, we will write the number of tens and then write the number of ones. We have our rods and our rods. Remember, 10 cubes make up a rod. First, you need to count your tens. 1, 2, 3. There is 3 tens. If there is 3 tens, 3 rods, we know that will be 30 cubes or 30 ones. You look at this one. Look at the number of rods we have. Decide your number of tens and then decide the number of ones. Or decide the number of rods and decide the number of cubes. Okay, let's take a look. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tens, or 5 rods. So that is 5 groups of 10. If there's 5 groups of 10 and 10 cubes in each rod, how many ones or cubes would you have? You would have 50 ones. If you went through and count each individual cube, there would be 50. All right, we practiced this 10 more and 10 less. We used the hundredths chart to help us the first time, but now you're a pro at it and you can do it this way. What is 10 more than 45? So we have it, the illustration for you for 10 more 45 using the rods and the cubes. And you're going to do 10 more than 45. Then I'll challenge you to do 10 less than 45. What is 10 more than our whole number 45? Okay. Well, let's just count what they have. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 tens. Oop, 4 tens. And let's count our ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're doing 10 more than 45, so are we going to add a cube or a rod? We're going to add a rod to the whole thing, okay? Here we go. Let's count. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, and 55. 10 more than 45 is 55. We can also show it in an equation. We can say 45 using that magical symbol of plus 10 equals 55. Okay, now I want to challenge you to do 10 less than 45. 10 less than 45. Okay, if you already know, our number is 45 for the 4 tens and the 5 ones. We want to show 10 less. So are we going to add a rod or take away a rod? We're going to take away a rod. So I'm going to exit out 1. And then we will start counting by tens because a rod stands for 10. All right? 10, 20, 30. 3 rods equals 30. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. 10 less than 45 equals 35. You can also show it in the equation. 45 take away or minus 10 gives you the difference of 35. If you got 35, pat yourself on the back. Okay, we also did this a few lessons back. Another way to look at it. We broke apart some of our tens or some of our rods. Okay, our number is 43. 43 is 4 tens and blank ones. Well, if we have our 4 tens right here that they already written out for us, then we just count our ones, starting with 1. 1, 2, 3. So, 43 is 4 tens and the 3 ones. 43 is how many tens plus 3? Well, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. It is 40 plus 3 equals 43. Okay, 43 is 3 tens and blank ones. So they gave us our 3 tens. And we need to figure out how many ones we have. You can count starting with 1 because a cube equals 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. They took a rod and separated it into cubes, and now we have 13 ones. So, 43 is how many tens? 3 tens, so that equals 30 plus 13 equals 43. Another one, we worked a lot with word problems. Remember when we did word problems, you need to underline the important information. And this one was our strategy of the number line. So let's look at it. I bought 14 muffins. I gave some to my grandmother. Now I have 8 left. How many did I give my grandmother? All right, I'll let you read it and try to pick out the important information. I bought 14 muffins. I gave some to my grandmother. Now I have 8 left. How many did I give my grandmother? Okay, the important things. I started out with the 14 muffins. I gave some away, so I'm not getting some, I'm giving some away, and now I have 8. How many did I give my grandmother? Okay, so you always start with the equation. I start with 14, and I'm ending with 8. And I need to figure out how much I gave away. So, with my number line, I'm going to start at 8. We're going to count up to the number 14 to figure out how many I gave away. Starting at 8, counting to 14. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When I counted from 8 to 14, there were 6 in between, so that means I gave 6 muffins away. Always check your work. I had the 14 muffins. I gave some away, and now I'm on 8. Ready? We're going to count up to subtract. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I gave 6 muffins away. All right, one more for practice. We did some of these last week. Linda picked 27 strawberries. Her siblings picked 30 strawberries. How many did they pick all together? Try this one at home. Linda picked 27 strawberries and her siblings picked 30 strawberries. How many did they pick all together? I'm going to underline my important information to help you fill in your equation. So it says, how many did they pick all together? We know that we're bringing a group and a group all together. If we're putting them together, we're using the symbol plus. Okay, I'm going to fill in my equation. 27 plus 30 strawberries equals blank. All right, using our number bond for one of our strategies that we had, we're going to put the number 27 in our number bond. When we break it up, we know 20 plus 7 gives us 27. We need to add the 30 to it. So 30 plus 27 gives us 57. We added the 30 plus the 20. Remember, you can add your tens. So 30 plus the 20. You know 3 plus 2 is 5. So 30 plus 20 equals 50. And then add your ones back to it. 20 plus 30 equals 57. They picked 57 strawberries all together. We could also do this one with our rods and cubes, if that's the strategy you liked the best. Okay, we have 27 plus 30, so 27, that would be 2 tens and 7 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus the 30. Is that 30 cubes or 3 rods? It could be both. the 3 rods would be the easiest to count. So we're going to count by our tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. The 50 is in the tens place because we counted our rods. Let's count our ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got the same sum doing it both ways, 57. This is our other strategy that we worked on as well. Find 26 plus 5. Remember to see if you can make a 10 with your group with your ones, and then add the tens and ones together. Find 26 plus 5. I already did the illustration for you. Now you can fill it in into the equation. So we know our equation is 26 plus 5 equals the blank. Let's count, see if we can make a 10 by counting our ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to change these ones into a new rod. But I have this 1 cube left over. So then add the tens and ones. Here we go. We're going to count our rods by tens. 10, 20, 30. My 3 is going to go in my tens place because I counted by tens. And then I had the 1 cube left over. So 26 plus 5 equals 31. Let's always double check ourselves, okay? We have the 2 rods for 26 and the 6 ones, and then our 5 ones. When we added them together, we counted our ones to make a 10, but we had 1 left over, and then we counted 10, 20, 30, 31. So 26 plus 5 equals 31. Another word problem. There are 33 math books and 27 reading books. What is the total number of books? You can start by drawing out your equation. 33 plus 27, because it says the total number of books. And then you may add. I drew out the equation using my rods and my cubes to represent 33 and 27. You're going to count your ones to see if you can make a group of 10, and then add your tens and your ones. Okay, let's count our ones to see if we can make a group of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I counted out 10 cubes. If I count out 10 cubes, we know that the 10 cubes can equal a rod. Then you add your tens and your ones. We have these rods, so we know we're going to count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. I had 6 rods, so it equals 60. 33 plus 27 gives us the sum 60. Always double check yourself. So if there were 33 math books and 27 reading books, the total number of books. Counting for our group of 10 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Our ones made a group of 10, and then you count your rods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I had 6 rods. We know that that gives us 60 books in all. Okay. I got an exit ticket for you today. Jason has 14 green fish and 50 yellow fish. How many fish does he have in all? Show your thinking. Okay? At home, you're going to draw it out for us to show your thinking of the 14 green fish and the 50 yellow fish. Pick your strategy and solve. You can do the tens and rods, or you can do the number bond. I'll show you both ways. He has 14 green fish and 50 yellow fish. So how many does he have in all? So 14 plus the 50. If you pick to draw out your tens and ones, here's your strategy. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then the 50. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Count them up. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64. 64 fish in all. Let's check ourselves by using the number bond. We can put the 14 in our bond. We know that makes 10 and 4. We add the 50. 50 plus 10 equals 60. And our 4 ones left over gives us the same sum, 64. Remember to always pick the strategy that works best for you. All right, boys and girls, thank you so much for joining me in our review for first grade math. Next week, we'll start doing a little bit of different stuff with measurement. I can't wait to see you on Monday.